I know we're like, okay, I think we're streaming right now. Let's see, let's do it. We can do a stop streaming. No, I just want to make sure that we're streaming properly. Hi guys, this is meteorologist Erica Martine, and I'm here with my guest Gore. We actually had another guest earlier, Gore. He is one of our new team members, and I'm so excited. Very quickly, Gore, could you check to
Yes.
see if we're on YouTube?
Yes.
Because I'm not. See, when Jay's not here, this is what happens. I'm guessing. Guys, I hope you're all having a wonderful evening. We are checking things because we have a big updates in the tropical world, right? So when it comes to tracking the tropics, we have so much to talk about. This will be a very quick update. We do have to get going. We've had a very busy day all day. Let's see if we're up and running. Live.
No.
Let's see. No.
Oh, live. Go.
We are live.
Oh, we are live. We are live.
All right,
Nice.
let's stop
We're
that.
live.
This is what we'll do. We will. We'll keep going. You know what? Whatever. It's all about transparency.
Yes.
Right? It's all about transparency. Okay, so Gore right now is helping me out. We're doing a bunch of rollouts and we're super excited. But I am certified broadcast meteorologist Eric Martine with Weather Co-op, where weather meets community. We're going to do a very quick update on what's happening across the tropics. We are tracking Invest 92L, which I do think that's of the most important of the tropical systems right now. Of course, we have Hurricane Kirk, which is a category 4, and Hurricane Leslie at a category 1. Now, I do want to show you guys just a few items. I'm going to just continue to move this along, right? But I want to talk to you guys about something. Earlier today, I did a quick look at our weather models, and I think from the beginning, Invest 92L had been something that we found of interest here, simply because we knew that it was going to develop. And while I don't think it's going to be a very organized system, it is still going to be something that we're going to have to watch. Might maintain strength as a tropical storm, maybe category 1. I don't think so, but we, of course, will track for you right here on Weather Co-op, where weather meets community. And I want to see something very quickly to see how she behaves or he behaves. Let's see. Yeah, so this Invest 92L is definitely going to develop, and I do think it might make landfall as a category 1. But let's see. We'll keep it at a tropical storm to category 1 for now. Okay, this is just an initial look at what's happening. But I also want to get through a couple of other items, and then we will hop off because, as I mentioned, we've had quite a long day in Weather Co-op, and we are now off and running to the races for a couple of other weather updates. And of course, I will be back tomorrow morning with some more updates across Weather World. So I'm looking forward to that. And this was interesting here because I want to give you a little bit of an idea of what happens once these things eject off the coast of Africa. Okay, so a quick look across the nation. We have Seattle at 55 degrees, Portland at 58, 70s for Billings, Boise, Thermopolis, Salt Lake City, Redding, Albuquerque, who else? Kansas City, Indianapolis, and Baltimore. We have 95 degrees for Las Vegas, a pair of sixes for San Diego, 2 degrees warmer in San Francisco, and 65 for Los Angeles, 95 degrees in Phoenix. And in the middle of the country, we're seeing lots of 60s, 50s, and 70s, low 70s. Danbury at 63, Sioux Falls at 59 degrees. Up and along the eastern seaboard, Boston at 63 degrees and 67 for New York City. A quick look at our current dew points. We're seeing moist conditions as expected in the southeast, the northeast seeing mid 50s, and we're seeing 20s up and along really the central northern plains. So drier conditions there. And that mainly has to do, generally speaking, we're just looking at something like our cold fronts or our frontal boundaries moving through. So I want to take a look at something very quickly. I'm not going to pull up anything at the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere right now, but I will want to see something very fast to see what we're seeing. Okay. So it looks like in the middle of the nation, we do have a trough that's developing, a pretty deep trough. Upper level trough that's cutting right across the central plains here. And so we're going to start to develop, see what happens with the wind profile. I think the wind profile is going to be a story there. And we're also going to track that frontal boundary moving on down. I'm going to hop on over very quickly. Oh, when you're good, you're good. See right here? You guys, if you're looking at the central and northern plains, you are noticing that we've got wind conditions here. So you'll take a look here in the brown and in the yellows. We always know those are wind stories, right? But as we highlight these very quickly, you'll see here that we have high wind watch, right? So now we're starting to see that because of that trough, that elongated area of low pressure, that's pretty much cutting across all the way actually into the southern plains, to be quite honest, along with the frontal boundary squeezing on in, cold front, you're going to see that those prefrontal winds start to kick up and really cause trouble. And that trouble will be in the form of red flag warnings. So anything here that you're seeing in the Dakotas, do you see this? Montana also has some issues. Wyoming, you're pretty much in the red right there. Let's hop on over to Wyoming. And we have fire weather warning. So this would tell me, if we go back now to our current dew point values, they're lower. Do you see here? You see how in Wyoming you're getting mainly 20s? So now a couple of ingredients that you have in order to provide us with that red flag warning. Very dry conditions, an increase in those wind speeds and wind gusts. So if you see something at all, you must call the authorities very quickly, because any wildfires, brush fires that start in these regions highlighted in red, in fact, even in the browns, and the yellows, we do have the potential for wildfires to take off. Okay, so this is really an area of interest. We're also seeing my favorite color, pinks. We're seeing pinks. Oh my gosh. You guys know what that means, right? Frozen precip. Snow. So we're going to go ahead and do a quick query and see if we can see anything here. This is changing over very quickly. We kind of just want to see what this is here. Precip rate is not as nominal at best, but it definitely looks like we are seeing frozen precip. And of course, if you take a look here at the precip and how it's coming on down, meaning the rain and how it's changing over, it makes sense if we look at our current temperatures, right? So right now we're seeing some 70s, but none of it that's changed over. But if you look at the delineation there, Pacific Northwest into like that northwestern corner of Montana, you see how it's like yellow, but then you have oranges just like kind of farther south and east of for Montana, the southeast quadrant really. That just means that that colder air is starting to filter in. So just be mindful of that. Once again, we do have some more winter type weather happening, guys, very quickly. If I can get to this, sometimes it freezes. That's okay. There we go. Query box. She's popping. All right, gale warning. So, of course, that must mean some more wind issues. Let's look at our wind particles. Let's add those there. You guys know I love wind particles. See? Okay, so now we're going to look at our wind at, I believe this might be at surface. Just 10 meters, right? Now we're looking at 850 millibars, which is about 3,800 to maybe 5,000 feet, generally speaking. See how they get faster? Especially right here along the central northern plains. Now let's go up to 500 millibars, which is the middle of the atmosphere, and look what happens here. Do you also see how the wind profile is absolutely supporting the potential for very dry, arid atmosphere? And of course, that's what you need for any wildfires to take off, right? And then 250 millibars. Now remember, generally speaking, we're going to look at 300 millibars for the jet stream. And you're also going to, but at this time of the year, not until winter when the air is more dense. Right now, we're going to look at 250 millibars. That's exactly what we're starting to see right now. Let's go back to the surface, though, because that's where things happen. I don't live at 250 millibars. Do you? No, you don't. We live at the surface. So, of course, surface depends on where you are in elevation. So there you go. We're going to take a look at that. Look at how amazing. Do you see that, Gore?
Yes, I do.
Our guest, Gore, is also our new teammate. Look at this. Do you see how all of the winds are coming into the convergence zone there? There's your frontal boundary. And you can see here how dry the conditions are. Once again, we look at the dew points. And right around Wyoming, if we go back to our dew points, look what happens here. You can see that almost, it's coming, it's happening. Dew points are only in the 20s. Very dry. Very, very dry conditions. However, guys, when I leave right now, and I'm going to sign off quickly, as I mentioned. I've had a long day. We've had a long day. And don't forget, the app will be out soon. We are just super excited about it. We've just, look, beta testing. Beta testing is a beep. My mom would kill me if I cursed right now. Okay. But I'm going to leave this here with you guys right now. Invest 92L is of interest to us, especially for Floridians. Hurricane Kirk at a category 4, and Hurricane Leslie. I might actually just tip this over just a little bit. Let's see if I can get this. I turn her a little bit. You know what? I'll leave this for you once I sign off. I am certified broadcast meteorologist Erica Martin. I hope you guys are having a wonderful night. Say bye, Gore. Bye, Gore.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Stay safe.
Stay safe. Okay, we will see you guys tomorrow with more weather updates from Weather Co-op, where weather meets community. You guys can always drop us a line across all of our platforms at Weather Co-op, YouTube, Twitch, X, Instagram, Facebook.
All the social media platforms.
What he said. Bye.